Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, we're here live on and of course via of course, if you're not watching us on YouTube Live, you could very well be watching us via the Planet X network on Roku, which if you're watching us live begins tonight. So all of our episodes, we got into it a little bit on Wednesday when we had Natasha Nice on, but pretty much we are a part of the Planet X network, which officially launched on Roku. It was live all week. You could view our content, but it officially launched tonight. So we are 1:00 a.m. on Saturday and Fridays. Fridays is going to be our vintage episode, starting from episode 1 and working its way up. And then Saturday is going to be our current run episodes, which actually features episode you were in from last weekend with Sawyer Cassidy and Gracie Baby. So those are going to be airing, but also they are available video on demand. So if you're not up at 1:00 in the morning to watch it when it airs, you can watch them anytime throughout that week. They will disappear after a week. If you don't see them, just go over to our YouTube page. They're there. But if you do not see them, then that means that we moved on to a different episode. But you can watch them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back to Monday again, whenever they get removed and other episodes get a video on demand, anytime, anyplace, anywhere. Roku channel, of course, is available through a Roku, or you can just download the channel itself. Make sure you find the Planet X network. If you can't find it, go to our social medias, or just rewind this and hit the QR code, and that will take you right there. So huge shout out to them. Of course, Jeff Porrini from the Yo Show is filling in tonight. And of course, Dick Dangle from Danglin After Dark. He'll be here momentarily. And our featured guest, Wendy Rain. We have been busy this week. Of course, not only talking to the guys from Planet X with the Roku launch and all that fun stuff, but we've also had our third episode in a 7-day span, which is absolutely fucking insane. Sunday, of course, if you haven't seen it, was Reagan Fox, which will be this coming Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday on Roku, if you have not seen it yet. And then Natasha Nice this past Wednesday. Both of those episodes performing extremely well. They're on our YouTube right now, but also Natasha Nice will be next Saturday as well on Roku. And what I'm going to do, Dick Dangle is actually in the room. I'm going to go ahead and let the Danglin of Dicks into the room, and we're going to get ready. Of course, everybody knows we start early here on this show, so that's how it works. I sit here long enough and I get bored. Of course, shout out to Real Sharks and Jason Rushman. He's here every single solitary week. Make sure you guys comment in the stream. We're going to need you guys later on when we play our game Super Fight. We leave it up to you guys in the live stream to decide who's going to win Super Fight. So real quick before Wendy comes in, of course, I think Dick might still be getting set up and all that too. I'm going to get into our featured beer and our featured shop. But first, make sure you go out and buy some merchandise. I just got this myself this week. This is our Happy Hour podcast Blacked t-shirt. So if you haven't been blacked, go out and get yourself blacked with the Happy Hour podcast through Below the Collar on our official website, www.thehhpod.com. Go over to the shop and get one there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get into our featured beer, which is something we did. Hey, there's Dick Dangle. What's up, Danglin Dicks? How are you? Of course, we're here live on YouTube. You know how it works, man. You've been on this before. I get bored. We start like 10 minutes early or some fucking shit like that.
Wait, we're live?
Yes, we are live.
I am live.
Oh, Jesus. What I was doing is welcome to the show. Of course, tonight is the beginning of our run on Roku through the Planet X network. So, of course, we were telling people a little bit about that. The QR code was right there at the beginning. This will air, I believe it's not next weekend, but the weekend after that on Roku. So, I'll keep everybody updated online with that. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get into our featured beer, which we debuted earlier on this week, which is by Stone Brewing, and it is Tangerine Express Hazy IPA. Make sure you look for the orange and black can with the devil on the front. So go out, do some demonic shit, pick some of this up. And one thing I do appreciate about this beer, and it's almost like it drives me absolutely insane when a beer doesn't have a good description on the can. Like beer, and you're like,
man.
So if you didn't hear it when we were live with Natasha Nice, that episode, a tropical hazy IPA with tangerine and pineapple. This creation's uniquely hazy appearance is a credit to the glorious whole tangerine puree in every batch. Using the whole fruit allows us to harness every bit of its natural depth of character, from the juice to the zest and everything in between. Add just the right amount of pineapple, and this being stone, a whole lot of hops, this beer is rounded off with an amazingly hazily, citrusy taste of paradise flavors and aromas. What a fucking description!
I just had an orgasm.
Yeah,
I know, right, dude? I was just gonna say
like,
the same thing.
I am rock hard right now listening to that.
I'm like sweating over here, man. Like, God damn.
I know.
It's weird because I didn't know it had pineapple in it, because you can taste kind of the citrusy in it and like kind of like the orangey, like, flavor to it, but it is super hoppy. Like I'll be honest, I am not a big IPA guy. We get a lot of fucking IPAs on the show because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
So, that's the whole thing, but being able to, have this, but no, I mean, definitely go out and get it. We've had Stone stuff from Stone before. This is one of the better ones. So go out and get that. And then real quick, what we're going to do, we're going to get into our featured shot. And I don't know, Dick, we might have had this last time you were on here. Crown Royal Vanilla. We still have this, as I said before. This pairs well with all kinds of different stuff. Coke Zero, Vanilla Coke. Put it in that. Or if you just want to drink it out of the bottle, or you don't want to feel like drinking it, just pump it straight into your anal cavity, and it'll go right to your liver. It may kill you.
Work?
So I saw that on 1,000 Ways to Die, and I was like, if I could ever choose a way to die, it's either snorting a whole shit ton of cocaine off of strippers' asses until I pass away, or doing that. So, that's the whole thing,
Or
right
both.
Yeah, I'm literally leaking Crown Royal Vanilla out of me as we sit here and speak. So I beat you to the punch. So can I tell you what I am drinking?
Yeah, man. Go ahead. Dick, this is the Happy Hour podcast. Come on, man.
Correct. I thought I would class it up a little bit.
Okay.
And I have some Glenfiddich Project Double X Experimental Series number 2 single malt Scotch whiskey.
What is that? A yak on there? Is that a yak or a deer? What is that?
Yes, that is the buck.
Oh, it's the buck. Okay. I was like, I know it's one of those creatures that have horns. Like it's one of those. And we got all kinds of different things on the docket. Like, you guys know, Jeff, you've been on here, and Dick, you've done an episode with us before. I just roll along. I just sit there.
Yeah.
I do topics.
Right.
Do we get to them? I don't know, but we have some fun for tonight. Of course, we have our games. Dick, of course, last time you were here, you're undefeated at Super Fight.
That's right.
Nutty Dangle. You were here with Tom Nutty, and you were Nutty Dangle the last time you were here. So, of course, we'll be doing Super Fight. Of course, Never Have I Ever, our featured game, Incoherent. And actually, what I'm going to do real quick is, speaking of Incoherent, we had our HHPod Rumble, which Jeff was a part of. Jupiter Jetson won the HHPod Rumble.
I don't know how.
The final design for her championship belt, which has been sent to her, and she should have it sometime before the end of the week, or maybe next week. There, let's see.
Got a picture with just the belt across her chest.
So there we go. So that is the championship belt.
Yeah.
Made for Jupiter Jetson. And when I say that it's a customized belt, I am not fucking bullshitting. That it's a customized belt. You can see it says Jupiter's name right there. HHPod Rumble, Happy Hour Podcast, and Jupiter Jetson. So what we're going to do next year is, if anybody out there, I'm going to sell plates. So when I say plates, it's this. So if you're out there, and let's say I reach out to Team Skeet and they want to have their logo put on the belt, hey, just chip in $50 towards the belt. We'll put your logo on the belt. And whenever they pose for the belt, your brand will also be able to be seen with that championship. So looking forward to seeing some photos of Jupiter with the title and, all that stuff. Shout out to Jupiter Jetson, the 2023 HHPod champion. Also, make sure you follow Johnny Goodluck, who was the first inaugural HHPod champion in 2022.
It is fifth, God damn it.
And do this.
Go ahead and hit it. While we're doing that, I noticed, looking in the comments section, that the white rabbit is out of her cage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were telling me about that, and that they said that's a very expensive way to go out. And Real Shark said, I got blacked, LOL. So and Jason said, I'm drinking some old school beer tonight. So of course, Jeff, you were talking a little bit about White Rabbit. Can you give me a little bit more about that? I know that's something you're kind of working on. Can you talk anything a little bit about that? Because yeah, how it is. I like to try to give everybody else who helps out with the show and, you know, promote their stuff and all that good shit.
So it's a little bit of, it's going to be late night, probably Fridays around 11 o'clock. It's going to be more of an after dark kind of thing. White Rabbit is this mysterious, psychedelic, and sexy character.
Okay.
And we're going to get into a little bit of everything, man. Kind of inspired by the happy hour pod, bro. We're gonna talk soup nuts.
I feel bad for anybody who's inspired by us. Just like, you know, when Planet X was like, we want to add you guys, I was like, why? Why? Like,
I guess they're trying to sink.
Fucked up human being. Like, I mean, like, has any like I sat there and I literally thought to myself, I was like, has Planet X not watched our content? Like, is it like one of those people that come onto the show and then like they're here and we start doing our thing and they're fucking just mortified the entire fucking time? And it's like, oh.
I sit here and I get mortified. I volunteer to go and I get mortified.
And we do have somebody else in the room. I think it may be Wendy Rain. She might have a hard time being connected or whatever. Let's see real quick. Let me hit ask to start. Sometimes that'll happen and that then they'll come in with that. So that might help. Hey, what's up? There she is. Are you trying to get your video to work?
I was trying. I didn't know how to do it.
I sat there and I was like, you know what? Sometimes if I sit there and go ask to start video, they'll just be like, yeah, and then boom, they come in. I wasn't sure if you were just kind of watching. Wendy Rain, welcome to the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, I'm Ray. Jeff Porrini from the Yo Show is filling in, and also Dick Dangle from Danglin After Dark. He's filling in tonight as well. We're here on YouTube Live, and also tonight is the beginning of our Roku run. So this episode, we're probably in about 2 weeks on Roku. So we will be promoting that as well. That is through the Planet X network. So Wendy, of course, you do a lot of MILF/GILF porn.
Wait, go on.
Yeah.
Right, I know. We both leaned
Dick's
in
like,
at the same exact
Dick's like, I'm dangling all the way.
All right.
I'm ready.
Me and Dick leaned in the same exact time. We're like,
So with that, of course, you have OnlyFans. So how many people on average do you have come over to your OnlyFans asking you to be their grandmother or you know, along those lines, their mom or their grandma?
besides me.
I knew it was you.
You got me. You got me.
Actually, you'd be surprised. Quite a few. Hi, Mom. And it's not just. It's not just on OnlyFans. It's on Twitter. My messages on Twitter. My messages on Instagram. I'm on Sex Panther, and there's a lot of the mom-son role play that people want to do.
Wow.
It's I've only had one person want me to be their nana.
Oh,
It's fine by me.
All right.
It's fine by me.
well, I mean, like, I feel like that with scenes like that, like, you know how, like, when you're like growing up, like you hate going to your grandparents' house. Like, I feel like this is the kind of thing where someone's just like, why do you always want to go to your grandmother's or whatever? Or like they get like a birthday card and it's just you, like, you know, everything just exposed out. And you're just like, yeah, happy birthday, you know, cupcake or whatever and all that. And they're like, oh, we're going to grandma's tonight or whatever. And it's just kind of like, oh, well.
I'm busy tonight,
Your
dude.
cheeks.
I'm busy tonight, bro. I'm going to my friend's grandmom's house.
Yeah,
What? Trust me, dude.
they're like, she's gonna squeeze my cheeks and I'm gonna fill hers. That's just the way it's going.
Welcome to the show.
Yes. By the way, welcome to the Happy Hour podcast.
Oh,
We're
man.
not
Thank
one of those basic question answer shows. There's so many shows out there where they just bombard you with questions and all. We go all over the place. I have no set script. I have no set agenda. We come on, we hang out, we talk, and that's the way it is. So Wendy, with your OnlyFans, one question that kind of always is an often question that we ask is, what are some of the weirder requests or fan reactions that you have had on your OnlyFans, if you've had any at all?
Get my pen ready here.
In general, not just on OnlyFans, but there have been a couple. For some reason, a lot of people want me to use some slurs with their custom videos. I'm like, why? Why?
Yeah, that's a no-go. That's that's not me. That's 2 doors down the hall and to the left. That's
if I may, ginger is not a slur. I'm okay with
that.
You got it.
Neither is baldy, baldy's good too.
It's usually just one in particular, but and then I get asked a lot if I can pee for people on film, just
Jason, who tunes in every single week, I knew eventually he would ask, do you do any pee videos? Because he asks that every week. So he doesn't even need to ask that now. Jason, they're like, so have you done any? Because that's probably going to be the question he's going to ask in the thread at some point. He loves pee for some reason. Have you done any videos like that, or would you?
I have peed in the shower on video.
Okay. I peed in the shower, but not on video. It's just because I'm too lazy to get out of the shower to pee. And I don't know, like, I guess it's one of those weird things, I guess, when like you're kind of like a kid, like as I'm adult also, like you're sitting there, you're in the shower and the water's all clear, and then you pee, and it's like one of those like big, like girthy, like chicken broth color peas, and like
I'm gonna never eat chicken broth again.
You just watch it, and you're like, goodbye pee, as it just like goes down the drain like slowly, and you're just like, all right, that was a good pee.
All right, first off, I think you need to hydrate. Hey, let me become Dr. Dangle for a minute.
Doctor.
Yeah. He's like, all right, look, let me just take it. I'm gonna look in it like a telescope, and we're gonna see what's going on here.
Was it frothy? Was it a lot frothy?
No,
when you pee.
Yeah, I don't have that much. Like when I was heavier, I just lost like probably like 55 pounds probably over like the last since last year. So it was a lot worse then because I was eating and drinking a lot worse. Like I was drinking regular soda and shit. Now I'm just kind of like, if I gain like 3 pounds from eating like a slice of pizza, I start fucking freaking out. I'm like, no, I've done too much work. So, but no, it's better now. Like now it's clear, and it just, it's now the ass that has the yellow froth. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, I have a speculum in the studio if you need it. Just to let you know. I know you're surprised by that. Long story. Well, it's his show. I don't want to take it over.
So what we're gonna do is on this show, Wendy, we do news articles. The news articles are actually kind of wild. We've done articles where a man's sprayed. Like, you ever see that spray foam that you spray in like your attic to put stuff off and all? We've had an article where a man sprayed that into the head of his dick, and we're like, homeboy just flatted his penis. Like, what the fuck? So these get kind of wild and kind of out of control. So the first one is actually local, which doesn't surprise me because this is Maryland. And the title is Waldorf Man Charged in Stealing a Forklift from Lowe's and Fatally Wounding a Woman in a Home Depot park.
I'm laughing at that.
He stole a forklift from Lowe's, but wounded a woman in the Home Depot parking lot. So, there's never a Lowe's and a Home Depot like right across the street from each other or right next to each other. Like normally there's a few miles between the two of those.
True.
And the way this works is normally I read the titles and I don't read the articles. And I'm like, well, we're just going to go blindly into this when we're live. So
apparently he had to drive a long way to get to Home Depot.
Yes. Yeah. So it says a 20-year-old man was arrested and charged with a deadly hit and run with a stolen forklift in Charles County, Maryland over the weekend. According to Charles County Sheriff's Office, officers responded to a burglary and theft in progress at a Lowe's home improvement store in the 2500 block of Crane Highway around 12:40 a.m. on Sunday, July 2nd.
Okay, hold on. You make it a hit and run. What I picture in my head is the steamroller scene from Austin Powers. How do you not see it coming?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, no bullshit. We did this, I think, 3 weeks ago on the show. We did an article where I was at work and I drove by a construction area And probably about an hour after that, a construction worker got ran over by a steamroller. And I was like, what is
There
that?
it is.
Like while you're being ran over by a steamroller, like if it's leg first, like, are you like, no, like as it comes and it runs over your head and your head explodes? Like, are you like Gumby? Are you rendered Gumby the rest of your life? Like, I mean, I want to be able to be like someone from, what is it, Roger Rabbit, and I get ran over by a steamroller and I can still just like inflate, like someone blows into my dick and like I fucking inflate. Like,
Not it. Not it.
but all right, so let's see. It says authorities say that 20-year-old Bryce Caleb Timothy what? So his name is Bryce Caleb Timothy Brown.
That's why he's so angry.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
you would
I
think
kick
if he
my
had
own
3
ass.
names that he killed the president, but he doesn't. He has 4 names. So this must be more severe than assassinating.
Well,
the
you
president.
did say Charles County, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, there
Of
you go.
Waldorf allegedly broke into the store. That's right. I forgot. You said something about the Redskins, so you might be kind of local, so you might know where all this is.
Oh, shit.
Allegedly,
Oh,
the store stole a forklift and rammed it through the
This way.
gate.
Yeah,
the real logo.
Yeah.
Redskins.
the real one right there.
The fact that
I'm
you
an Eagles fan. I'm sorry.
the fact that you held it upside down says all we need to.
I know.
You mean the Commanders or football team? That's what
It's
you
on-
really mean.
It's on my slipper. That's why it was upside down.
Like, did you hear? We'll get back to the story in a second. Did you hear that they just acquired a new group just acquired the Commanders?
Yes.
And they've been referring to them as the Redskins in
Yeah.
like the offices and all that. And I was like, so are they going to go back to the name? Because I mean, like when all this happened, like, and I mean, we don't really dive into much of this on the show, but it was no doubt a bunch of woke white people that were upset. And like, I was like, I've never heard of a Native American complain about this, but also
Yes.
They were all before it.
someone said that like when that happened, I said they should have just went to the skins. That was it. Just the skins. There's
Yeah, I bet you did.
Someone said that it should be a red potato, like a red.
A redskin is a Indian warrior. And
Yeah.
so I know that some of the people that I've spoken to were very proud to have
Oh yeah.
a football team
Yeah.
named after
Yeah.
a warrior. Redskins warrior.
What is it? The Seminoles. The Seminoles. They wanted to change the name of that. I know the Seminole Indians were kind of like, hey, I'm not sure if it was some sort of thing where they like made some sort of money from it or whatever. Like they were like, no, don't do that because that goes against like we're fine with it. Like that's what our tribe is called. But someone said it should be like a red potato. And I was like, it should be a red potato being peeled and it's just screaming relentlessly as it's being peeled.
I would root for a team that had a loaded potato skin on.
Oh yeah.
It's like a minor league baseball team. That'd be tremendous.
I tell you what, if I could get any money from it, call them the Washington Dago Wops and give me like 10% of the cup. Big pizza on the helmet. I could care less. I'm not offended.
Yeah, give me season tickets and we're good.
Right. Give me that.
Just-
And I'm an Eagle fan. I'll still take that piece of
just
that.
put TGI Fridays loaded potatoes on the side and then sell those in the stadium and I'm happy. But no, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get back to this article real quick because I'm
Sorry, I sidetracked
no,
everybody.
no, you're fine. You're fine. I brought that on because
It
I kind of
happens.
mentioned
It's all your fault. Right?
being-
Yeah.
All your
yeah.
fault.
It says okay. So he allegedly broke into the store, stole the forklift, and rammed it through the rear gates. Like this sounds like the beginning of a porn scene. He rammed it through the rear gates, and it says
Through the rear.
Rammed it through the rear.
he then left the Lowe's on the forklift and took it over to Home Depot on Jefferson Farm Place. That's where the sheriff's officer said he rammed the forklift into a car. All right. So
Okay.
Did he know this
oh,
woman?
Jesus Christ. It says Glycerine Pinkney, Gloristine Pinkney, Glycerine Pinky, or Pinkney, 73 of Waldorf was sleeping inside the car at the time. Pinkney tried to run away. If you're sleeping in a car, how are you running? Is it like the fucking cartoon character run where your legs are like running in place or something? Like I'm not running in
going
a
anywhere.
car.
Holy
It
shit.
says she tried to run away, but Brown allegedly followed her on the forklift. Oh, so she got out of the car, man. He allegedly followed her on the forklift and struck her. I've done this in Grand Theft Auto. Like I've openly like mowed people down on a forklift in Grand Theft Auto. It says Brown then took the woman's car and fled the area. The sheriff's office said. And it says there are officers who were investigating a Lowe's burglary found the forklift at the Home Depot, and that's when they discovered the woman underneath it, and she was pronounced dead at the scene. Jesus Christ!
I would hope.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like I wonder when they got there if they walked into Home Depot and they're like, "Yeah, one of your forklifts has a dead woman underneath of it," and they're just kind of like, "That ain't our forklift." And they're just kind of like, wait a minute. And they like, at what point of the investigation do you sit there and try to figure out that it's Lowe's forklift? Because like you can't rent a fucking forklift from Lowe's. Like you can rent a lot of things from Lowe's, but you can't rent a fucking like Home Depot. You can rent like trucks and shit, but like it has to have a serial. Like, does it say Lowe's real big on the fucking side of it? Because I've never seen Lowe's on the side.
Was it one of those little like aisle forklifts that they drive down the aisle?
I'm guessing so. I'm guessing he just went in there and it's like, you know what's going to happen tonight? I'm going to go kill somebody with this forklift. I'm going to drive off in their car.
It sounds like an inside job espionage deal between insiders of Home Depot and or Lowe's, man. It sounds kind of fucked up.
You know what? I think you have something. I think somebody from Home Depot went to Lowe's, stole it, and drove over to give Lowe's a
The
back.
CEO of Home Depot.
Yeah.
We broke the case.
You just see this guy who just frequents Lowe's and he's like, yeah, that's Lowe's forklift. I see Melvin on that every day.
Stay back, everybody. That's clearly
guy
Lowe's.
Can you imagine seeing that from the parking lot of just like an average everyday person where you're like, hey, wait a minute. Oh, shit's about to go down. Oh, shit's really about to go down. Like, you think it's going to be something funny that's about to happen, and he ends up running over.
It is pretty funny.
I mean, woman.
I wonder if anybody saw him driving it down the street, or if he drove it on back
like,
roads or sidewalks.
Close to each other, like like is he drunk? Is he high? Are you about to get a DUI on a forklift? Like how did is he using the regular street? Like is he behind? Like I'm driving on the road. I look at my rearview mirror and I just see him obeying traffic laws in a fucking forklift. Like
Using
in
his
Maryland,
hand.
I'm not asking questions. I'm just like, this is normal. This is a normal day in Baltimore City. Like I'm not fucking asking questions here. Like I'm just trying to get the fuck out of here. The only time I go to Baltimore City anyways is to go to the Orioles, and that's when I go to the stadium, park at the stadium, watch the game, get in my car, and go home. The only other time I'm in there is when I'm at work, and that's it. I don't go there any other time. So if you guys ever got into the point where you're like, I need to steal a vehicle of some kind, like kind of like a forklift type vehicle, what? And Wendy, I'm going to let you go first. What would be your desire of stealing? Like if you could steal like an odd vehicle of some kind.
I think I would want to steal a helicopter.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, that's a good one.
Good.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think I want to steal a helicopter and have it be cloaked in some way so it's invisible, so nobody knows that I actually stole it after I stole it.
You should.
And then I could just go everywhere.
Yeah, you can just con your grandson. Just hey. Blah, 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 this is it. And then all of a sudden you're in it, and then boom, you just take off and see you later. Like
Wonder Woman.
All of my step grandsons, all of my stepsons, all of their friends.
Right.
I can just, pop along with the helicopter. And
But how badass would it be if you could see the helicopter and like a true bad guy criminal, you're like, all right, I'm out of here. And the rope ladder comes down, you get on it, and it just carries you away as it starts flying. That is
kind of like the Tesla of helicopters that it drives itself.
Oh, very nice.
So what about you, Dick Dangle? We're going to move to you. If you could steal any like odd, obscure vehicle, what could it be?
I'm going to go with either a front loader or a backhoe.
Okay.
And that is because if I do any assaulting, if you will, and it may end up in a case where, like this Home Depot forklift driver, someone may perish, I can bury them. And no one would know. No one would know. Just scoop it, body, grass.
That's
Done.
perfect sense. So Jeff, what about you? Obscure vehicle that you're stealing. What is it?
Piece of cake, dude. Tank. I want tank
Wow.
so damn bad. I'm gonna put a tank in the middle of a city street and drive around
I'm
town.
so glad nobody took mine. Mine is, you ever go to the airport and you see those mobile stairwells?
That's yours.
I would totally take one of those. Like, I'm just heading down 95 on a mobile stairwell being pursued by police because I just want the whole thing of when they finally get me, I just want to run up the steps like I'm going to flee. But it's just the top of the stairs. And I'm like, I'll jump, guys. I'll do it. Meanwhile, it's like a fucking 10-foot fall and nothing is going to happen.
Tell me first. I'm gonna film that shit. Truly.
I think another fun thing you could do with that is go to any major city, put it on a sidewalk, and count how many people aren't paying attention. They're looking at their cell phone, walk up it, and just fall off the other side. I
Yes.
guarantee within an hour, you just have a pile of people behind it. It's gonna
Next
be
week on the Happy Hour podcast.
No, yeah, that would be fine. And of course, Wendy, have you? Of course, I'm getting ready. Like it's funny because this is our third episode this week, and my wife was kind of pissed. She's like, "You have your podcast tonight, Dan. We're leaving tomorrow to go to Deep Creek Lake here in Maryland, and we're getting up
Sounds
kind of early to
familiar.
do that." So have you ever like traveled to any place like Lake Creek, like anything like that, any like kind of area like that where like you went and like something just kind of completely went belly up, like in those areas?
I kind of haven't been to a lake or a creek since maybe high school.
Okay.
Went camping in elementary school with my parents. Bear ran by our tent.
Oy.
That was kind of
Wow.
scary.
That must be terrifying. Like Cocaine Bear just zooms right by. And you're just like, what's up with that bear? Why is his face all white like that? Like, I don't know.
He's got a lot of picnic
He was
baskets.
dancing and everything. But no, unfortunately, I have not had the pleasure of having anything go wrong at a
Well,
lake.
here's what I'm looking like. I'm going to Deep Creek, and like when I was a kid, I used to swim in creeks and all that shit all the time, oceans and all that. Now, as an adult, I don't, because there are things in there. There are things in there that can take you out. There are sharks, there are octopuses, there are things that we don't know, and there's also potentially aliens that are flying up out of the fucking water that
Well,
I just don't fuck with the water anymore.
I would be concerned with the aliens, but I can tell you maybe in a creek or a lake, there aren't any sharks or octopus.
Well,
So
in a lake / creek, you do have like the threat of a parasite. That is something that lives in my mind. But
watch
also,
out for leeches.
yeah,
Mm.
that's. But also, you got to think also is that the world's most famous sea monster is out of a lake, and that's the Loch Ness monster. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, I don't think I want to fuck with. Is there a pool here? Like they said, there was a hot tub, so I'll rock out in the hot tub. Like I'll
The
Loch
shark
Ness
comes and
monster.
get you.
in the hot.
Right?
So,
That
so
yeah,
you
that-
won't be skinny dipping in this lake, I'm assuming.
no, I will not. Like I'm very
You're
on the
missing
edge of-
out.
Yeah, I'm very on the edge of going on the boat because I'm just kind of like, like it's weird because I've never taken a cruise, nor do I want to, because I have that
Do it. We had this
fear
talk already. Do it.
of this boat is going to break down and we're going to end up stranded at sea in pitch black darkness with no working toilets and no working lights. And I've seen Titanic, and I've also seen this little submarine that went to visit the Titanic, and none of this ends well. Like,
Well, no, please.
I'm
I
still
was gonna say you watch too many movies.
He does, right?
Yeah, they I'm from Pittsburgh, and they actually pulled out it had to be like a 4-foot alligator out of one of the local rivers, and they just spotted another one.
Oh my
So
God.
you're not even safe here.
yeah, no, thanks. That's why when my friends are like, I'm moving to Florida, go. You have hurricanes and you have alligators. Go.
Put your
I'm
foot in
fine
the
with
water.
a bear here and a bear there, but fuck that. I don't need hurricanes and alligators all mixed together, plus Florida man and all that shit. No, fuck you. You have fun there. And of course,
Yeah,
we have a lot.
Florida man is great.
we have a live stream going. So of course, White Rabbit After Dark. Shout out Jeff. That's the show you're going to be doing soon. It says legend has it that the wife of the owner of Home Depot busted him cheating, so she purchased the Lowe's and placed them right next to each one of his stores. I could be wrong, but I might be right. And that's a very, very, deep thing.
Right. That's wow.
And Jason said, if I won the lottery, Ray, $1 billion, I would put Exotica on every month. So of course
every week.
we will be at Exotica in Jersey, over there on November 4th. So make sure if you see us, come over and say, hey, we're going to be doing a couple of things there. Last year was kind of getting our dick wet for the first time at Exotica. Like we kind of didn't know what to expect. But this year when we go, we're going to be doing what we call reverse interviews. And everybody's like, what the hell is a reverse interview? And instead of just talking to all the stars there, we're also going to be talking to all of you out there. Gen Pop. We're going to be out in Gen Pop.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're going to be walking around a Uno reverse card. And when we talk to you, at any given time of the interview, we can hand that Uno reverse card back and forth, and the interview reverses itself on who's asking each other questions. And then also we have Pornstar confessionals, where we don't have a confessional booth, but the porn star is going to be your priest, and you're going to tell them your deepest confession. So make sure you find us at Exotica. It's going to be fun. We're going to be there in November. And what we're going to
tell me all your sins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I think you
Tell me all
judge
your
them for the sins, or you use their sins in like a degrading of their dick when they tell you your sins.
Penis humiliation. Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
With
Trust
your
me,
sins.
guys. Yeah, trust me,
Go
guys.
ahead.
I don't need your help.
Yeah. Have you done that on your OnlyFans? Have you done any dick shaming on your OnlyFans?
I do a lot of dick ratings,
Okay.
and I always ask them, do they want it to be honest or do they want it to be humiliating? And I
Wow.
actually, some guys are into that, you
Yeah.
know.
Tell me how small my dick is. I want to see it.
That's why I got married.
Yeah.
But I have done some of the small penis humiliation, yes, and
Wow.
it's actually quite fun.
What stands out in your mind that you remember as the meanest thing you've ever said about somebody's dick?
I actually laughed and said, "What do you call that? A penis? What that's not even big enough to write like a pencil, you know."
And he was like, oh yeah, that hurts so good.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Tell me some more.
Kind of pounding
Tell
it,
me
or,
some more. Tell me some more.
or is he giving? They're probably going like that, but
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Wait. Let me get my magnifying glass.
Yeah. Let me get this. Just look. Okay, you know what? This is so bad. I'm just gonna burn this like an ant. And I'm gonna rid you of this embarrassment. That's
Sure.
what's gonna happen. So what
this would be so funny if it wasn't really me.
You got pubic hair thicker than that dick.
Bro,
I like
fire.
that one. I'm gonna have to use that.
Please, yes.
Thank you.
What we're going to do real quick, Wendy, we're going to take a quick break. We play some ads here on the show. Of course, we're going to get a trailer exclusively from Team Skeets. That's going to be coming up momentarily. So we're going to take a quick break here on YouTube Live. We're going to play some ads, get some words from some of our friends, probably about like a 3-minute break. So if anybody wants to hop up, get a drink, use the bathroom or whatever. And then when we come back, we're going to get into Ode to Humanity segment, which are our games. So we're going to be playing a handful of games. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead, take a quick break right here on a YouTube Live, and we will be back in about, I would say, 4 minutes right here live with Wendy Rain on the Happy Hour podcast.
Hey, this is Karen Fisher, and you're listening to me at the Happy Hour podcast.
I know.
Derek Sharp, the owner of Curtain Jerker Designs, who does an amazing job. I'm blown away every single time, and his speed that he has getting everything back to us is immaculate.
Hit up Derek with Curtain Jerker Designs.
Look no further than Curtain Jerker Designs. Make sure you hit up Derek.
Derek Sharp, man. Hey, just want to say thank you for the posters, all the hard work you put into, man. We really appreciate you, man.
A shout out to Derek Sharp from Curtain Jerker Designs. Yo, dude, just want to say, this poster, off the hook.
Hey, what's up, players? This is Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and I want to give a big shout out to my man Derek over there with Curtain Jerkers Designs.
If you are looking for the best graphics, the best designs, look up Curtain Jerker. I do.
Curtain Jerker Designs. That's who I use for any of my graphic designs, and you should too.
Thanks, Curtain Jerker Designs.
Big old shout out.
Make sure you check out our friends located over at Hysteria Brewing Company. They are at 9570 Burger Road, Suite J in Columbia, Maryland. Make sure you pop out, say hey to Ty, and try their featured brew, Trash Panda, along with all the other crafted brews they have. And once again, that's Hysteria Brewing Company, 9570 Burger Road, Suite J in Columbia, Maryland. See you guys there.
Hi, everybody. This is Anna fucking Fox, and you're watching the Happy Hour podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Happy Hour podcast right here on YouTube Live. And also, we are part of the Planet X network exclusively on Roku. So make sure if you're watching this on Roku, make sure you go over to the YouTube, click subscribe. You can join us in all of our live feeds. And correction to that, because I'm getting ready to go on vacation, and I realized that, during a live feed that you make an error, and I'm like, Wendy Rain is not upcoming. She is actually right here on the show right now. So
Right here,
I looked
right
and I was
now.
like, shit, I did not drop the one that I edited earlier into that. But that's of course what's upcoming here on the show. And what we're going to do real quick is we're going to get into our game segment. So everybody in the live stream, this is where we need you, because we start our first game and it is decided by the live stream. So Wendy, we're going to
Let me cut you off. Somebody please vote for me tonight. I lose every fucking
Jeff has
time I'm
lost
on the show.
super fight every single time.
Every time.
Was undefeated from the last time he was here. So Wendy, we're
great.
going to play a game called Super Fight. So pretty much it's a team game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you, who do you want as a partner out of anybody here for Super Fight?
I don't care.
Break my streak. Break my streak, Wendy.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to put Jeff with Wendy. So it's going to
All right. I
Let's
picked
break
Jeff.
this.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna break the losing
Wendy,
streak. Here it is.
and me and Dick Dangle. So Wendy, so what we're going to do, there's two sets of cards, set 1 and set 2. Which one do you want, 1 or 2? And then we'll reveal who your fighters are and what their power-ups are.
2.
You want 2. All right. So 2. So
Doing it.
what we do is we reveal the cards, and then we're going to have to argue amongst ourselves why we think the one side would beat the other side, and then the fans will decide afterwards. So you chose a sharpshooter. You have a sharpshooter that can throw spears and controls magnetism. So a sharpshooter that throws
Ooh, nice.
controls magnetism. Now, me and Dick Dangle. So this is what we have. We have a wizard.
What?
A wizard that is wearing skis.
Okay.
And he's carrying a baby. So we're going to start with Wendy and Jeff. You guys need to tell us why you think a sharpshooter that throws spears but can also control magnetism can beat a wizard that's wearing skis and is carrying a baby.
I'm going to say 5 words and let Wendy go. My 5 words are, you're holding a fucking baby. Period.
Well, it's a sharpshooter, so we know that he has good aim, and he can throw a spear, so we know he has good aim, but he can also control magnetism. So if the wizard was to deflect any of those, he could use his control magnetism just to shoot right by that wizard deflectory and get him and not the baby.
Oh shit, streak is over, Ray. Streak is over.
All right, hold on. Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I got some good stuff in store.
Yeah. Please, please, my friend. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so I feel what it is, of course, the wizard is wearing skis. You guys didn't bring up the skis. I've never worn skis, so I'm not sure if they're metal. So they might not be able to be affected by the magnetism.
You are
So
correct.
if the wizard were to grind down the baby like a spear and just Sonny Bono himself down fast enough
dude.
to where he can like avoid the spears that are being controlled by the sharpshooter, and he just plunges the baby into the heart of the sharpshooter, then there may be a chance. There may be a chance.
Well, what if the sharpshooter was uphill?
Yeah.
I did not think about that part, but maybe he has an idea.
But remember, he is a wizard. Wizards can ski uphill. And I like Ray's idea. Neither the skis nor the baby are magnetic. So he could actually use the baby to catch the spears and then send them back to the sharpshooter with his wizardry.
Yeah.
But the sharpshooter uses his magnetism to deflect all of that. So
right.
But can he deflect all of them? I would think he would be able to deflect some of them and one sneaks through.
Yeah. The real
He's
question
just
is,
gonna
can he
create
deflect
this-
a baby?
Please note the views of the Happy Hour Pod and murdering babies with spears is not a view of the ocean.
I did not. At one part did I never say that we were killing, that the baby died. I just said that it got molded into the shape of a spear and it got plunged. It's a wizard. The baby's gonna survive. Like, you know, obviously he can refix the baby or whatever. But just imagine the sharpshooter standing there, failed, with the arrows looking at him like he's the fucking blue guy from fucking Guardians of the Galaxy, Yanu, that's his fucking name, and the arrows are upset, and then he's standing there and the magnetism dies and he just falls down and the baby is just laughing, kicking its legs as he's dead.
Or the baby is so adorable that he lets down his magnetic powers as he is coddling the baby, and then the wizard spins a thing around and just hook right in the head.
But wait. What if the sharpshooter doesn't like kids?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
The baby first.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
But he may not like kids, or she may not like kids. Oh, is the sharpshooter a man?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm sorry, Jeff, you lost.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right.
See,
So,
I may have killed a baby, but you were sexist. Yeah, I said it.
Hey, I was saying he too, and look at me.
yeah.
He, as in general person.
Okay.
Now, so here's what we're going to do. So if nobody's already commented on it, what we're going to do is we're going to get into our next game, and we're going to leave it up to the live thread. We're going to get into extreme personal questions, and everybody in the thread, let this marinate and tell us, just say the baby or the sharpshooter on whether or not you think that they're the winner. And then we'll find out who the winners are with this momentarily. So what we're going to do, we're going to get into extreme personal questions. So it's kind of like the last game where you choose a card. So it has 2 questions on the card. You don't know where either one of them are. There's question A and question B. They're random questions. So you're going to pick one. And then after you answer it, you're going to pick anybody in this room to answer the second random question. So do you want question A, question B?
Me?
Yep.
A.
You want A. All right. So question A, what achievement are you least willing to brag about? What achievement are you least willing to brag
Jesus Christ.
In real life or in porn life?
Whichever one you deem would you
that I would least brag about.
Yeah.
Achievement that I would not brag about.
A sign and chuckle is a good sign.
I probably would have to say that I was a number 1 majorette when I was in elementary school.
Okay.
Like baton twirler thing.
Nice.
Do you still have skills?
Apparently.
Can you do it?
I mean, with a baton, like a real baton.
Some, yes.
Okay.
It's been a long time, but I did win awards for that. And now nobody really even knows what a majorette is. So,
well, you're going to get that in your OnlyFans now. That's what's.
I'm going to be the majorette Nana.
Yes. Yeah.
Writing it down.
They're going to be like, we saw you on this podcast and we're requesting for you to now do this. So with question B, out of myself, Jeff, and Dick, who do you want to answer question B?
Dick.
All right. So Dick Dangle, why did you avoid someone the last time you pretended not to be home?
Wow.
Oh, I like that question.
She's like, I have a perfect answer for that.
It was either Jehovah's Witness or a local politician looking, they go door to door when they want to be elected. And I wish I wouldn't have avoided them, because it turns out that this female politician was quite the naughty lady.
Yeah.
And she was very cute, kind of petite. And
she worked to get your vote, didn't she?
Yes. And she would have gotten my vote, but sadly I didn't know that until after the election.
Should I ask her if she wanted to go to the polls?
Hey, no, my question is, did she win?
She did, actually.
And
what city is this?
Legwork.
What stands out to me is when you said Jehovah's Witness.
Yes.
Every time I think of like the Jehovah's Witnesses or the Mormons, and they knock on the door, and I'm like, I hope they knock on the door of like a horny woman of some kind, and they answer the door in their robe, and they're just kind of like, "Hello, boys," and they're just like, they slit their throats, like, we can't see this, like just suicide, like, because but no, like honestly, on a serious note, like what goes through their minds at that point? Like, they answer the door and there's a half naked woman. Like, their Mormon minds would not know what to do. Like that's the whole thing.
I think
we
they
get
figure it
on
out
all the time, and I'm like, you guys realize that you're in Essex, right? Like, I'm trying to be walking around in here because somebody's probably gonna like hit you with a brick or something like that. That's just the way this works here in Maryland.
The couple that would come around was husband and wife, and they were actually a fairly attractive couple.
Okay.
And they knew a number of people in my town, and I would see them all the time, and they were actually just very nice people. They weren't very, hey, convert to Mormonism or to our church, whatever. But yeah, they were pretty cool. Now, if I may, just give me 15 seconds.
No, go ahead.
My least braggable achievement, when I was 12.
Recent with the Mormon couple?
Yes. My township started a little league system. And I won the first ever home run derby on the All-Star weekend with 1 home run.
That's
one
great.
more than everybody else.
That's right. That's right. No one has to know that.
In the what is it? What was it? The USA kids versus the Japanese kids, and they won like 63-1 or some shit like that.
Oh, the next year we go to senior league ball, which is 13 to 15 years old. And it was the first time my township had a team. Horrible coaches, horrible players. We went 1-47 in the first 3 years. And the first game we lost 50-2. We were the reason they put in a 10-run rule.
Oh my God, Jesus.
50-2.
I want to be able to sleep as a child at night. Like I want to be able to sleep as an adult. Like just knowing that I was that bad. So what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to check the stream, see what everybody said. So let's see. Blah, 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 blah. So White Rabbit, it says, I am so intrigued, sad about the loose signal. Can't wait to hear about the donkey encounters, which we need to still get to. Also, what happened to the guy who put the spray foam in his urethra? So many questions. I'll see if I can find that clip and I'll send it to Jeff.
I don't know.
And someone, so it says there ain't no way someone's going to ski with a baby in their hands. And then I vote for the baby. And it says, and then it's like, does Harry Potter fly on a broom or a stick? Like, I don't know what that means, Jason. Like, I guess he flies on a broom. Like, I don't know, but I see vote for baby, but there ain't no way that the sharpshooter is losing. I mean, me and Dick gave a good argument, and I know that someone voted baby in the thread
because they're smart.
I gotta give it to Jeff and Wendy.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
There's just so much to where the wizard tries hard, but I don't think the wizard I
need something to throw in my studio. I am upset.
I feel like the baby is the problem. It's the baby's fault on why the wizard lost.
How dare you blame the baby? How dare you? The human shield of a baby is safe from the wizard. How dare you?
So we need Wendy
shield while he's going down the hill.
We need Wendy to come on every week so I can win. Just for this.
Wendy's probably thinking, what the fuck did I get myself into?
I'm sorry. I am so sorry, Wendy.
Everybody's thought when they come on to the show. And
but she did break the streak. So hey,
you're welcome.
Wendy, what we're going to do, we're going to get into one of our staple games on this show, and that is Incoherent. So this is the game that we do our HHPod Rumble. We invite back 30 former guests, and we do a WWE Royal Rumble style elimination with this game. And the winner, we have a customized championship belt, and we send it to them. So pretty much what it is, I'm going to show 3 cards on the screen. They're going to be in drunken lingo, and you need to figure out what the cards say. So I'm going to go ahead and get these ready, and we're going to see some people get these right away, and then some people, their brains just turn off instantly upon seeing them. So here's the
Jupiter
first one.
Jetson.
What do you think this one says?
Oh, I know. Who's it for?
Twerking.
It is twerking.
Yeah.
So the hints were modern shake and a complex hip maneuver that causes your ass to jiggle vigorously. So those were the hints for that one. So the next one is
my wife chimed in just in time. Hi, honey. She just popped in too. Good timing.
What do you think that one is? One of the hints is robo wheels.
Something fingers.
It is not fingers.
It's not fingers?
No.
What's a clue?
Sometimes if you say them in a southern accent but fast, you might hear yourself say what they are.
Yep.
And they're the only safe drivers on the road.
Can I steal?
The only safe drivers on the road.
Yeah. What do you think, Wendy? Do you want help from Dick?
Do you want help from Dick? Do you? You want Dick's help?
Do you need?
I want Dick.
You want Dick?
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I'm trying to talk in a Southern accent in my head. And it's not working. Yes, please.
All right. What do you think, Dick?
Self-driving cars.
It is
Wow.
cars. All right, Dick, you got to
I'm
definitely.
thinking fucking curse. Fuck. Oh, my God.
What do you think this one is? This some of the younger crew might know.
Ouch.
One of the hints is show off.
I don't know.
We're the flux bed, okay?
Oh, you kind of said it.
Yeah, weird flex bud, okay.
Weird flex
bucks, okay.
But okay.
Okay,
All right, cool.
Okay.
And the way we do it with the HHPod Rumble is you have 30 seconds to answer the card.
A nightmare.
First round, you then have 15 seconds. We did it longer, like when we did it this past time, and it went kind of long. So I'm like, now it's going to be 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and you get one save to save you during the Rumble. So we're going to do that. So, Dick, if you want to come in for that, Wendy, definitely. If you want to come in for that, let me know. I'll reach out to people closer to June, see if they want to come back for the HHPod Rumble. The next game is Never Have I Ever, which is 3 random cards drawn out of the deck. So, the first one is Never Have I Ever Thrown Up Inside of a Taxi.
You drink if you've done it, right? Yeah.
You drink or you raise your hand if you did. I've thrown up many of places, but I've never thrown up in a taxi because I don't take a lot of taxis. So
Oh, if I got a story. So back in my single days, this girl that I met on social media decided to come down from Connecticut and visit. Comes down, we go out, meet her and her friend, we got some drinks, some food, a lot more drinks. We get in the cab. She starts going, ooh, ooh, and lets it loose. Now, when I see it, I'm going to let loose. So me and her throw up in the back of the cab. Dude pulls over and demands $300 in cash to detail his cab, or he's calling the police. Between me and 2 girls, and not to tell you which one of us was out $300.
He's like, this guy.
It was gross, though. I almost wanted to pay him just to get the hell out.
All right. So here's the next one. Never have I ever worn the same underwear twice in a row. I have.
Oh God, yeah.
Like that's kind of easy because I feel like if you go to sleep in that underwear and then like you wake up and just start doing shit the next, like if you're off, and you start doing shit the next day, and then like you kind of eventually realize, oh shit, I haven't showered or anything like that.
Well, you say I was just about to ask, do you shower and put the same underwear back on? That's
kind of gross.
Yeah. But if you're wearing them and you wear it to bed and then you wake up in the morning and you're doing chores or whatever, that's technically 2 days in a row.
But I smell them if I put them back on. I'm not a monster.
Why does every dude do that?
I sit there and I look at them. I'm like, is there too many fart holes blown into these? Should I just get rid of these or should I wear them? Like that's the real debate.
Are these the color they should be, or
I
gotta used to be white.
I gotta ask Dick, where's the level of stench though when you smell it? Like,
yeah.
If I can't even get it to my face, if it's like, all right, let's check. Oh boy. Oh no.
I like to wait a minute. Maybe.
But also realize if you wear them long enough, the people that buy them on your OnlyFans really enjoy them. So,
Writing that down.
They do, especially if you go to the gym and wear them.
Oh my God.
They're just like, before you ship them, can you ring them out for me? That's
Wendy and I are true business people.
Yes, we are.
Wendy just got off the treadmill. Buy these now.
Yes.
And I'll need that website.
And then
Oh, all right, write that down.
The final one is never have I ever had a friend vomit on me.
Oh my God.
I have indeed had a friend vomit on me when they've drank too much. I don't think it was like directly in me or directly on me, but like it was kind of like on my foot or on my shoe. Like I
Wow.
do remember one time one of my friends did throw up, and somehow their throw up landed in one of our other friends' pocket. On a
Sexy.
vomit pocket for like a good 6 months because we're like, how
That's
the
funny.
fuck did you do that?
So
Like,
no disrespect to my wife, but in my single days, this girl that I really was like crazy about that I wanted to date, went out, met her for drinks. She kept saying, "I'm feeling good." Went outside. I went to do the lean in, and I got a little kiss. And after we stopped, she went all over my shirt, dude. I don't know if my kissing or yeah, all over the shirt. She remembers the story well. Pretty gross.
and so what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into Cards Against Humanity roulette, and then we're gonna get into one more quick news article, and then we're gonna let you get out of here, Wendy. So, have you played Cards Against Humanity?
No.
All right.
Wow.
So it is a very vulgar.
I know. I'm not cool.
Unfortunately, we can't have cards in front of you. By the way, we're coming via Zoom. So what we're going to do is we're going to read the face card, and then you're going to have a roulette style choose, like lucky number 1 through 6, to answer that card. And if you don't like your answer, you get 2 rebuttals.
Okay.
Different answers. So the first one is, during his childhood, Salvador Dali produced hundreds of paintings of blank. So what do you think? 1 through 6.
4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So during his childhood, Salvador Dali produced hundreds of paintings of a shaved asshole. So are you satisfied with a shaved asshole that Salvador
Wow.
Dali produced? Or do you want to rebuttal and choose a different card?
I would like to choose a different card, please.
All right, what number do you want?
For the record, I
2.
prefer a shaved asshole.
All right,
Yes.
so-
Yes.
Now, number 2 is, that was one I chose. This is 2. So during his childhood, Salvador Dali produced hundreds of paintings of a lifetime of sadness. Are you
Because his asshole is not
satisfied, or do
shaved.
you want to use the
It's a hairy asshole.
I'd be sad too.
His childhood was a long lifetime, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, jeezy peasy. I get another pass?
You get it. You get another rebuttal. You do want to choose a different card? 1 through 4.
I do.
What do you think?
1.
1. All right. So during his childhood, Salvador Dali produced hundreds of paintings of the cutest fucking shoes I've ever seen. So that is now the end result. So the remaining cards will now go back into the pile for the next episode. So we're going to do another one. So this one is, this holiday season, Tim Allen must overcome his fear of blank to save Christmas. So what do you think? 1 through 6.
6.
6. All right. So this holiday season, Tim Allen must overcome his fear of wearing an octopus for a hat to save Christmas. Are you satisfied with that? Or do you want to choose another card?
Octoclaws.
Oh my God. Can I keep that and get another card?
Another card if you want. Yeah, that's fine. Do you want to? You can do another card. What do you want? 1 through 5.
Oh, 5.
5. All right. This holiday season, Tim Allen must overcome his fear of a button that when you press it, there's jazz to save Christmas. So are you satisfied with those, or do you want to choose another card?
As long as he's wearing the octopus, I'll keep that one.
All right. So that is our the Humanity segment. So we had a couple more things that I put on the preview. I know a lot of times we get kind of out of like sync with what we're supposed to be talking about. But so this one, so if you are an animal lover, I apologize now because I came
Describe
across
animal lover.
story. Somebody sent me this and I was very intrigued by it. And I was like, how does this happen? So this article is,
I may be able to give you some true advice. I worked in an animal hospital for like 15 years.
oh, nice. Okay. So this article is 15 teens and children treated for rabies after gang raping an infected donkey.
Okay, I can't help you with that one.
It says
in no way, shape, or form.
15 teenagers from a small rural town in Morocco had been treated for rabies after reportedly gang raping an infected donkey. The youngsters aged 7 to 15 were rushed to the hospital after discovering the animal had a disease. So they were rushed to the hospital after they figured out it had rabies. Let's ignore the fact that they had their way with Eeyore. Like what the?
Hey, do you think we should maybe wonder why this donkey is frothing in the mouth before we all?
How does a donkey get rabies? But also, how does a donkey transfer rabies? Because I can understand if you get bit by a squirrel, a cat, a dog, something that has like fang teeth. Well, a donkey has human teeth. So,
the donkey got rabies by getting bit by another animal that had rabies.
Right.
So during the gang rape process, what has to happen is that the teenagers had to French kiss the donkey because it's only transmitted by saliva.
Well, of course.
As everyone is one to do. You French kiss donkey.
Like
no, I'm a gentleman. I French
just
kiss
sit there and they're like,
anything.
all right, donkey, I'm gonna be Shrek. Here I come. What? I mean, that's the thing. Like, most people are probably like, these people are fucked up, but this is comedy, damn it. Like, we don't mean these things. Like,
it's comedy.
We had an adult star one, and I don't normally name drop, but her name was Brianna Diamond, and we did an article about a monkey. It was the first monkey who went to space, the first chimpanzee who went to space. And I made a joke of, could you imagine him spinning around in that thing really fucking fast, like just and she like got so offended she ended up leaving the show eventually. And I was just kind of like, well, I mean, like, you're not going to survive like doing podcasts and stuff if like you get that offended. Like, I mean, come on now, like, we're not being serious. And this is an actual article, like, but like, what goes through your mind? Like, at what point, like, this is like a reverse donkey show. If any of you guys have ever seen, like, this is like a reverse donkey show. Like, so like, at what point do you sit there and like, you're sitting there, you're chilling with your friends, maybe throwing some dice, and you just look up and you just see the donkey over there. You see Nestor the donkey. I'm going to name him Nestor. I don't know what his name is.
Very nice.
His name's not Nestor.
That's
and
cute.
like, they just sit there and are like, this is it.
I'm going in.
We're losing our virginity today.
They're like, look at this jackass. See what
is there no women in Morocco? Like, I don't understand like why this donkey had to suffer this fate. Like, I don't.
All the teenagers were boys.
I believe so. Yeah. It said, let's see.
And the donkey was a boy.
Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Let me read a little bit more through. It says, it does say that local authorities are searching for anyone else who may have had similar contact with the animal. Okay. Whoa. Hold on.
This donkey gets around.
How many people?
Right? Jesus Christ.
Is this like, does this donkey wear like a dress and like pretend that it's like some sort of like woman of the night or something?
Right. It's like Bugs Bunny dressed in drag.
What's wrong with that?
No, totally nothing. Totally nothing. Trust me.
Oh my God. It says, hold on. Where is it? It says parents in the small town are also secretly having their children vaccinated in case they had approached the animal, reports claim. So were there more? Like, I mean, like, they're like, okay, look, there's this donkey here. It's wearing a dress and we're worried about our children. So let's get them vaccinated for rabies because we don't know what's going to happen. Like, it does not say what the ages of the kids are or the sex. So this could have
we know the sex.
Like, now that you brought it, it could have very well have been a female donkey.
If the donkey had rabies, why wasn't it put down?
Yeah. Like,
then I get aggressive and start attacking people or something because it's a brain thing. So
yeah, apparently after the attack, they did put the donkey down. Unfortunately, it did not get put down who did it. But the donkey, unfortunately, like, I hate like how that happens. Like, someone jumps into like a gorilla's cage and the gorilla like mangles them to death. And then they shoot the gorilla and you're just kind of like, Wait a minute.
Yeah, that happened for real. So
What was it? It was just recently.
Rumbo.
Like in a hammerhead shark had attacked a guy that was swimming at a resort, and they pulled the shark out of the water and like beat it to death and then like stuffed it and put it in like a marine like place. And I'm like, it's a fucking shark. And this is why Ray does not swim in the water at a resort, because I don't want this to happen to that shark. This is why.
That's why.
Very nice. That's very nice.
That's a very good deflection of your fear right there.
Big place, yeah. But I mean, this donkey gets put down, but after it's gang raped, like Jesus, talk about
I would want to be put down after that. Like I think
talk about insult to injury.
Right.
I mean, like,
hey, you need help.
What if it got rabies from the kids?
Oh shit. A bunch of kids just walk up foaming out of the fucking mouth to the donkey. Like I feel like they shouldn't have put the donkey down. I feel like the donkey should have went to court. Like imagine the donkey going up on the witness stand at rabies, and he puts his little hoof up on the book, and they're like, "Donkey, do you swear to tell?" And he's like whatever, like donkey, whatever noises the donkey's gonna make. Like, and like it sits there and it's like, so donkey, this is gonna be, it's like Law and Order SVU, but with a fucking donkey. And they're sitting there and they're like,
Law and Order ASS.
With the donkey.
Please tell us who the 15 teenagers were. And the donkey just points its little hoof and it's like towards like the kids or whatever. And they're like, we swear it wasn't us.
That donkey is no rat. He's like, nay. Oh, come on. These jokes are awful.
You're all making donkey sounds like the donkey's getting fucked at this moment. I just hope.
Oh my
Rest
God.
in
And
peace,
Wendy,
donkey.
I
Poor
hope
donkey.
we have not broken you too bad on the show. So, but that is
Welcome, Planet X.
This is the train wreck that the show becomes, and it's by design. So Wendy, we appreciate you coming on to the show. Where can everybody find you, and what do you have coming up? I always advise, do not give out your address, because you will have some weird people probably show up.
You could leave it in my chat box, but that's okay.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. This was great. So you can go to wendyrain.com. It has all my links on there to my OnlyFans, ManyVids, Twitter, Instagram, all of that stuff. And hopefully coming out soon, I have another Reality King scene and a scene with The Flourish. And then I have 2 more shoots coming up this month with Team Skeet and Naughty America. So
Team Skeet, we are friends of Team Skeet, friends of the brand. So you're going to be seeing their stuff every single episode here on the Happy Hour podcast.
Excellent. So those should be coming out in the next few months.
Awesome. And of course, for anybody watching this at home on YouTube Live, on YouTube, or of course on Roku,
I'm sorry,
to our website, pick up one of our blacked Happy Hour podcast t-shirts. So if you haven't been blacked, get blacked with the Happy Hour podcast and pick up one of our blacked logo Happy Hour podcast t-shirts. And what we're going to do, we're going to get ready to conclude here on the show. Wendy, would you be able to hang out for a minute once we Awesome. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and conclude here. As I said, I'm getting ready to go on vacation, so we're not going to have anything over the weekend. We will be back for another double shot. We ended up with 7 episodes this month, which is crazy. So we will be back with a double shot. We will be back on this coming Wednesday, the 16th. Our special guest is Lily Bell. She will be joining us here on the show. And then we'll be back again on the 18th with our special guest, Kelly Collins, who is doing her first American podcast.
Wow.
Right here on the Happy Hour podcast. So she's going to walk out not wanting to do a podcast ever again. After so what we're going to do, we're going to go. Let me just check the stream real quick just to see if anybody said anything on here. And and Jason said, Jeff, you won this time. And of course, shout out to Cassie, who I saw said, hey guys. And then Walter Novak said, good night. Send a kiss to Wendy for me. So
What am I,
All right,
chopped
guys.
liver?
So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and conclude right here on YouTube Live. Dick, Jeff, guys, thank you for coming in and filling in.
Thanks, everybody. Great time.
Check out the Yo Show and make sure you check out Dangling After Dark, and shoot those guys a follow and check out their stuff as well. So we're going to conclude here on the Happy Hour podcast. We will see you guys next week right here on YouTube Live. And also, if you're viewing us on Roku, go to hhpod.com, see what's coming up right here on Roku on the Planet X network. See you guys.
Be kind to
Peace.
babies and donkeys.
All right. So in there.
Well,